Hi everyone and welcome. This is Alex here of Advice by Alex on Etsy, and I'm here to do your Mercury Retrograde reading and what you need to know for this Mercury Retrograde and the last one of the year. So if you want to know what's happening, stick around and find out. And if you like this channel, I ask that you hit the subscribe button and the little notification button so that way you get all the future uploads of all my videos as well. And if you'd like to get a personalized reading with me, I will leave all that information in the description box below so that way we can get started here as well. So hopefully you guys are doing well. Today is Wednesday, October 6th, 2021. And I will be releasing this video tomorrow on the 7th. So hopefully you guys are doing absolutely fantastic and things like that. So today was extra chaotic today. So they actually came and they fixed the water tank that was actually broken in my apartment. So the maintenance man was here and he was able to do that for me and get that taken care of and things like that, and be able to get it done. So now all I have left to do is extract the water that was in the carpet and things like that. So they're calling a company so that when they can come out and get it done. So that's really what the main priority is in regard to that. But I'm just glad that they were able to take care of that and things like that. So I'm thankful that I was able to pay another month of rent. Because rent is due on the 1st, but we have until the 5th to pay it. Otherwise, we get like a late charge for being a day behind, which is typical for most places. So yeah, that's basically what the gist is with that. So we shall see. But also on top of all that, it was my last day of work. I'm so sorry. I'm a little tired this evening. It's kind of late that I'm doing it. It's around 11, but I wanted to get this done for you guys. So yeah. I had my last day of work, so this officially now is my start of my business growing and things like that. So which is super exciting, and doing readings full time. So I've definitely been led to this path before, but I always was chicken to do it. So yeah, I'm very excited. God was always really having me go down this path as well. So that's really exciting. So it's very exciting. But today was my last day. It was bittersweet. It was very an emotional day saying goodbye to everybody. Before I left for the day, I actually called, or I went to all my coworkers and things, and they were able to get that, or I was able to say the final goodbye. My brain is tired, as you can see. But yeah, that was basically what it was, and it was very hard, especially for one of the nurses that I got really close to. But I have their number, so I can always keep in contact with them and things like that. So, which I do plan on doing. So that would be very fantastic. Yeah, that is basically what it is. It was very hard to say bye to everybody and things like that. It was such a great group of coworkers that I haven't experienced before in a workplace, so that's what made it really difficult and things like that. It was just the chaoticness of the workplace that was a challenge. So, but yeah, the position outgrew me. So that's really why of the transition and things like that. I was sad and happy, but the moment I left and stuff like that, I did feel a lot of peace that it was associated with it. So I knew it was the best one for me. So, but yeah, that was kind of been my day. I took the afternoon to get the apartment squared away here. And then also, I took a nap because earlier, but because I was tired. So yeah, that is really what it was. But I did want to do this video for you before I went to sleep this evening. So, oh my goodness, that scared me. One of my neighbors was outside. I thought it was actually a spirit that I saw. So, that does happen. There's a fly there. I was trying to get on the screen. But yeah, so I'm just glad I was able to see that and stuff. But anyhow, I will pinpoint where I will put the link in the description box below of where to find this information. It's CNN.com, and it's everything that you need to keep calm this Mercury retrograde, and it was by Jolie Care, but I will put that information below as well. So, what are the effects of Mercury retrograde? You probably heard warnings about not buying a new computer during Mercury retrograde, or horror stories about dropping a phone in the toilet. Electronics gone haywire are typically associated with Mercury retrograde because their items were used to facilitate communication. But it's not just electronics themselves. You may find yourself replying to an email you meant to forward, or sending text messages that don't go through, which has been happening to me. But it's not just electronic communication that's been impacted by Mercury retrograde. All forms of communication go sideways during this time. Perhaps you worded something sloppily and now your friend is mad at you, or you forget to make a point in a meeting you wish you had, or you just feel generally flustered and misunderstood. It can also influence the way we communicate with ourselves, so we may have a harder time being in touch with your own feelings and motivations. So as we all know, basically communication is the main issue during Mercury retrograde. I was just reading what there was. So, if you find yourself having trouble with communications, they're recommended to work with crystals like carnelian or blue caledony, which are stones that support clarity and confidence, or a stone like amethyst, which one of my best friends and my mentor, my spiritual mama, is sending me an amethyst. So, I will be getting an amethyst soon. So, which helps balance emotions as well. Stress is another hallmark of Mercury retrograde, and something simple as taking a beat to acknowledge that, yep, you're stressed can be helpful in managing overwhelming emotions. For many people, stress manifests in tight, knotted up shoulders or aching lower backs, which is very true. Anxiety often takes root at night, making sleep impossible and causing even more stress. Mercury retrograde is probably not the time to kick that daily coffee habit, but avoiding the excess caffeine is a good idea to help prevent stress-related anxiety and clumsiness. Drinking herbal teas like mint, chamomile, or lavender, all of which are soothing properties, can help you relax and unwind. Humor is a good way of coping. Having a bath is a good way of relaxing yourself. Giving yourself the extra space and time to think through your communications and react to communications from others. After all, during this time, you can word everything perfectly and someone might still get upset. Meditation is also good. So those are some basic things that can help during the Mercury retrograde and things like that. So some other things that I find that are helpful during this time, it's not a time of starting anything new. So think of it as a time of not starting new projects or doing new things, or signing contracts or anything like that, or signing a lease or buying a car, or any big ticket purchase items. I would hold off during this time, if at all possible. Now, of course, for those people that are born during Mercury retrograde, you can also have quite a bit of good luck, because actually, I did get my job that I left today during Mercury retrograde, the last time that it went through, and I was nervous about that. But it was actually a redo for me for the position. So, and I ended it during a Mercury retrograde. What are the odds of that happening? Did I expect that? No. Was I expecting it to be like that? But no. And yeah, so that's basically what I was thinking of. I'm so sorry. I should not do these late. I really shouldn't. But I did want to get this done for you guys because I care about you guys. So basically what Mercury retrograde is all about is a time of redo. So relooking at contracts, relooking at anything that needs to be relooked at. So it's all about a redo. So anything during that time. So, and during a time of Mercury retrograde, it's also a time where people from your past do have a chance of coming back in. So, really just looking at the overall obstacles and challenges when they are thinking about that. So, whether it is a positive interaction from the past or a negative. So, I just have to be discerning in that area. So, but let us get in here to the cards, because I know that's what you all are waiting for after we had our brief lesson of Mercury retrograde and things like that. So today I feel like I'm going to use the Angel Prayer deck by Kyle Gray, one of my absolutely fantastic decks. It's very beautiful. So, yeah, that's awesome. So, that is clear the deck, clear, 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 Alright. So, what does everybody need to know in regard to Mercury retrograde for this period of September 27th through October 17th? What does everybody need to know for this Mercury retrograde? What I'm really hearing from the angels and guides is that it's all about a time of finding your inner strength. So whatever it is that is associated with your inner strength is a good time to be able to do that. I'm just working on the shadow aspects and really looking at that inner reflection of yourself. I feel like that's what this time is all about. Okay. So, the card that we drew here is the Inner Power. And this is all about having that confidence and the courage within yourself. And this is a very Archangel Michael card. So really working with yellow stones or crystals during this time is very beneficial. I can't think of any at the top of my head at the moment for yellow stones. I used to have yellow stones, but I don't know where they are anymore, to be honest with you. And it's Inner Power, the Divine Father. And it says, Divine Father, thank you for co-creating my world with me. So it's all about a time of really looking at where you want to shape your world and where you want it to lead. This is all about aligning yourself with your path. It is basically what it is saying. So all about going inward. So that is an absolutely fantastic thing to do during this time. So the next card here is that we have is Loved Ones in Heaven. So Loved Ones in Heaven, and it is thank you, loved ones in heaven, for drawing close at this time. So your loved ones on the other side are going to be able to come through during this time. If you have not had any dreams from them, you will, or if you haven't had any signs and symbols yet, you will. And they will be able to lead you in the right direction. Now is about a time of communicating. And especially during the month of October, what a special time to be able to do that and have that remembrance and honor your loved ones, since it is all about a time of remembering the dead for All Saints Day and things like that. So, or the Day of the Dead, as I should say in New Mexico, the Day of the Dead, and stuff like that. So, I believe it's New Mexico. But yeah, the Day of the Dead is all about the time of remembering loved ones that have passed. So, knowing that they are around you during this time is very beneficial and guiding you. The next one here is Speak Your Truth. And interesting that we have the courage, the confidence to be able to move forward and to be able to speak your truth, which is a very fantastic card. It's a very self-love kind of card. It's really what I am being guided to. And it's thank you, Gabrielle, for helping me to speak with integrity. So being honest with what you want is really good. So that's really awesome. So the next one here is Spiritual Gifts. And that is with Archangel Uriel. And I feel like this is a time of expanding your gifts and understanding what your gifts are and how you want to help other people with your gifts. So that is a very deeper message. Thank you, Uriel, for helping me channel my gifts and talents. So that's really absolutely fantastic as well. So the next one here is Shine Your Light with Archangel Uriel. And it is thank you, Uriel, for helping me to share my light with the world. Spreading peace and joy and happiness, especially during the time of this thing that is going on in the world. So spread your inner light. Don't be afraid to not speak up. So I feel like this is a fantastic set of messages. So you notice the one that I did for the full moon is interesting that it's like that. So, and today is still the day of the full moon. So interesting that I do feel off. Or not the full moon, the new moon. I'm so sorry. I'm thinking ahead of myself today. That shows that the new moon is affecting me. Okay, so you got 2 more cards that came out. And it is Honor Your Beauty. So interesting that we have this inner self-respect. I think we all got the message of that. So, and I did talk about that in the beginning, I believe. Honor Your Beauty with Archangel Jophiel. Thank you, Jophiel, for helping me discover my inner beauty and outer beauty. So, all about healing within. So, call upon Archangel Raphael to be able to help with that as well. So, the next one here is we have the miracle of forgiveness. Who do you need to forgive? Who do you need to forgive during this time? That is the question. And it is thank you, Jeremiah, for helping me understand the process of forgiveness. It doesn't necessarily have to forgive the actions, but to forgive the other person for what they did. So, yeah, there is plenty of videos on the process of forgiveness and things like that. So that is always a critical thing. So, but that concludes the reading for today, and I thought it was very, very interesting and very exciting, actually. I'm looking forward to this Mercury retrograde that we had. It's not something to be feared, it's something to be prepared. And just laugh during all the miscommunications or technology issues. So it can just be a time of laughter, basically. So, and that will also ultimately help bring in the healing. So that is really, really, really cool. So if you like this channel, I ask that you hit the subscribe button and the notification button so that way you get all the future uploads of all my videos. And if you would like a personalized reading with me, I will leave all that information in the description box below. And until next time, guys, I hope you have a wonderful evening, and I will talk with you later. Bye, everybody.